Since all the heat's died down about people talking about Black and White 2, it's time for me to talk about Black and White 2. Black and White 2. So yes, back. Actually been gone for like a week, if you probably couldn't tell, because I still was able to upload during the week and whatnot. But yeah, I was at Ottawa for like the past week or so, so had to catch up on subs and whatnot. I've been kind of busy for whatnot, but I will be doing daily uploads, and I think I started with a part I uploaded yesterday from my Platinum playthrough. But yeah, I will be doing daily uploads for probably the next 2 weeks or so, because I have a lot of extra stockpiled stuff, and therefore we'll have tons of time to do that. So yeah, that was the thing that's going to be happening. So going through Skylar's cannons here are pretty awesome. I love the last one, you gotta hit the wall at the end. Yeah, I love that. So, we have a UU battle here against, Pokemon Bro at 10, I think is how you say it. So yeah, it's a UU battle because that's my main tier. This is a new team that I was just testing out for the first time. It actually turned out to be a pretty good battle, surprisingly, for the first time I use this team. So he ends up leading off with his Dramatan. I'm fearing it's Scarf and don't want to take a Flare Blitz. I'm not Shash, so I really don't have any reason to stay in here. So I'm just going to go into my Milotic to take the Flare Blitz, and it does a decent chunk, which makes me look, which kind of looks banded, but I'm still thinking Scarf because it's a Dramatan and whatnot. I'm gonna go for the, I believe, safe, thingy there. Yeah, I'm just going to switch back out into my Rose Raid again because I kind of want to get my Toxic Spike set up as soon as possible. And he ends up going into a Hitmontop. I kind of scare him out here, so I'm going to go for one layer now since I do get the free layer. And he ends up going into a Chandelure. I don't want to take a Fire Blast. Going to go right back into my Milotic as he just goes for the Fire Blast and ends up missing this one, which really doesn't matter because I really wouldn't have done too much since I am a Milotic. But he's going to go for another one here, and he is going to kind of-ish maybe make up for it and get the burn. Which is, again, it's kind of weird when your status Milotic because it's like, Marble Scale, but decreased survivability, so yeah, I'm burned now, so I got Marble Scale, but I am lowered in survivability, which kind of sucks. And I end up Dragon Tailing him out into the Zapdos. I don't want to take a Thunderbolt, so I'm going to go to Nidoking. He makes a pretty good play and goes for the Heat Wave, which will do a decent chunk to Nidoking, and I am successfully bluffing the Scarf here. I am just going to switch back into my Rose Raid, I want to say here, but I do switch out because I know he's faster, but he may think I'm Scarfed and switch out, fearing the Ice Beam. So yeah, I do switch back out into my Moltres as he goes into his Hitmontop, fearing the Ice Beam. So it's a pretty good play for me. I am just going to go for the U-turn, I believe, here, predicting some sort of switch. He ends up staying in, which really sucks for me. I'm fearing that either he's going to go for the Rapid Spin or go for the Stone Edge. Either way, I'm just going to decide to go into my Rose Raid because I can take either one. And he ends up going for the Toxic, which I wasn't expecting, but it's pretty nice since I get to switch in for free. So I can now go for my second layer pretty easily since I'm not really fearing this thing. He ends up just spinning them away as I set up my second layer, which is kind of a moot point since there's really nothing he can do to me, so there's really no point of him doing this, so because I can just keep stalling him out with the regular poison he has, so it's kind of useless. He figures that out and just switches on to his Zapdos. Now I believe I just go for another layer of Toxic Spikes here, so I get normal poison on everything for now. So again, I don't want to stay in here. I do predict him to over-predict here and just kind of see what he wants to do. He ends up going for the HP Ice, half predicting me to switch there, because if he went for Heat Wave, it would have taken me out. Which is nice, because I do get to sleep this Zapdos, and I really want to get this thing asleep, since this team kind of doesn't like electric types as much as it could, so getting the Zapdos to sleep was pretty huge, and I'm able to get my second layer up, which is big. I'm going to stay in here and kind of hope he gets a little bit more sleep and go for the Sludge Bomb. He ends up getting this first turn wake, which really sucks for me, but it's just my luck, so he was going to take me out, but at least Zapdos is a little less of a threat. I'm going to go into my Moltres now. I know I'm faster because I am Scarfed, and I know he isn't because I did see the Life Form, and I'm pretty sure Overheat will take him out at this range, and it does, and I guess he wasn't thinking Scarf, and I end up getting the quick kill off on the Zapdos, which is good. He goes into Suicune now, so and it does get that thing badly poisoned, which is huge, because this is the main reason I wanted those spikes up, was to get that, and maybe the Machamp poisoned, because those things may be a little bit of a dick. So yeah, I get that thing badly poisoned, which is huge, and he's going to go for the sub now, so he is just withering himself down a little bit more, but there isn't really much Milotic can do to this thing behind a sub, so it really does kind of suck for me. I'm just going to go for the Recover now, since there's really much, I don't really think Suicune could do anything to me, and he is going to have to switch, even though he's behind a sub, there's nothing he can do to me, and I could just sit here and stall for days, and because he's badly poisoned, he's going to die soon, so it's really a losing battle for him to stay in, even when he does have the sub, so it's really just advantageous at this point for him just to switch, and I believe he does do so here, and just switch out, even though he has a sub, and goes into his Hitmontop, and I think I just go for the safe Scald just to try to maybe break the sub. No, I go for the Recover again, because I'm still stalling, I guess. So yeah, Hitmontop comes out. I believe I'm just going to go for the safe Scald. I know he's going to Rapid Spin here, and since I don't have Rose Raid anymore, I can't really set them back up again. So there's no real point in me trying to switch since I don't have a Spin blocker on the team. Might as well just get some damage off with Scald. No, do a decent chunk. You just go with the Rapid Spin, does absolutely nothing because of Marble Skill and whatnot, and yeah, so I'm just going to go for another Scald now. I really don't think he'll want to switch, and even if he does, no big deal. Everything on his team really doesn't want to take a Scald at this point, except for the Suicune, which we've already established can't really do anything, because it's already badly poisoned and can't hit my Milotic. So he just leaves it in to die, which was the correct play, and my milotic's pretty low because that burn is really starting to be a real annoyance because I can't get lefty's recovery. Goes into Machamp now. Nothing I want to take a dynamic punch, so I'm just going to go in and go for the skull to hopefully get the burn. I do, which is really awesome. He ends up going for the sub here, which kind of is a weird thing to have him Machamp, but he does, so whatever. So the burn kind of mattered, but really the only time Machamp attacks is right here. He's going to go for the dynamic punch here as I go for the skull to break the sub, and he ends up getting a crit, so it really did the same amount that it would have done last time. So even if I didn't get the burn, dynamic punch would have still done that much because that's how burn works. It doesn't ignore the burn when you get a crit. So yeah, so does little because of the marble skill and whatnot. So burn didn't really matter too much. It does lower Machamp's survivability, but I really don't think it really mattered because we'll see. I'm gonna go for the recovery here. I end up hitting myself in confusion, which kind of sucks. I do so little because I'm burned, and because marble skill and the fact that my attack is half, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, he just goes into Chandelure. He's gonna quick revenge me with the Shadow Ball. I have nothing that wants. I do have Registeel that can take it, but I couldn't risk him predicting the switch, I guess. So going to Registeel now. I know he's locked in the Shadow Ball at this point, so I can get my rocks up pretty late game, but they're still going to be pretty useful. So he goes into Duramitan now because I know it's Scarfed. I'm pretty confident I can live a Flare Blitz because I am physically defensive, unlike the standard specially defensive ones you see. So I do barely live it. I'm able to get AT Wave off, which is kind of nice. But really, I should just went for the Earthquake because I figured he'd kill. But I figured I may have been faster after the Thunder Wave, but because he's Scarfed, even though he's Thunder Waved, he's still faster, which is kind of annoying. But I wish it just should have went straight for the Earthquake, but I wasn't sure if it would have killed, and it's better that I get a secure kill off of my Moltres instead. Gonna predict him to go into pretty much anything else, but not stay in here. So I just lock myself in a Flamethrower. He ends up living and getting Parahax there. Flare Blitz wouldn't have killed me, and Moltres' survivability really didn't matter. So again, that Parahax didn't really come into play too much because he's just gonna go into Machamp now. I have no idea why he went to Machamp here since he's an easy kill for Flamethrower, so that's gonna die easily as well. So I don't know what he was thinking there either, but yeah. He's gonna go into Suicune now. I'm kind of figuring if he decides to sub here, because he's poisoned, it may bring him down to a point where he'll die if I just stay and attack him and not switch out here. So I just go for the Flamethrower. It does surprisingly more than I thought it would, as he just goes for the Calm Mind now. So he's in a really low point of health where he really can't sub anymore. So I'm just gonna switch out here and go into my Hitmontop, knowing I could take one Scald and hopefully not get the Parahack. Because what I can do here is I can just fake him out since this is a Technitop. I can just fake him out and rack up some more poison damage for the next turn, so I'm just going to do that. Fake out does very little, but then again, after the poison, it will bring him down to points where Mach Punch will easily be able to take him out. So Suicune is going to go down after I just Mach Punch him here, and he's going to go down, and his last is going to be the Chandelure. Not much Hitmontop can do. I could Stone Edge him, but he's obviously going to be faster, so I'm just going to let my Dragoon kind of die here since there's no real point of it anymore. I'm going to go into Nidoking now, figuring that he was Specs the whole time, but he's actually Scarfed or something because I'm not faster, which is odd. So yeah, Nidoking dies for no reason, I guess. But I can just go into my Moltres. I know I can take one Shadow Ball, and I know that I'm faster because I'm naturally faster. So Air Slash is going to be a 2 KO, and so will Shadow Ball, but because I'm faster, it will be a narrow 1-0 and a great game from me. So Shadow Ball is not going to kill me unless he gets a crit, which doesn't happen. And I just have to take out the Chandelure. So that's going to be a great game, an awesome battle, pokemonbroep10, and that's going to be great. He actually uploads stuff, so you should check him out, because I told you to, so you should just look in the link in the description and check people out for once. Broaden the people you watch sometimes. You should just watch more people. So I will see you guys tomorrow.